The following is a paid program on 600 WREC.
Good morning, Memphis, and welcome to our internet listeners and podcast listeners across the 50 states. You're on Real Estate Mortgage Shop. I'm your host, Joe Garner. I'm a mortgage loan originator. You can connect with me at jogarner.com. You can call or text me, 901-482-0354. I hope you do. It's April 19th, 2025, and we have experts to show you the best way to appeal your 2025 Shelby County, Tennessee real estate tax assessments. One of those experts is sitting right here next to me, Shelby Harbor of Harbor Realty, that's Harbur, brings her experience, and Sherry, you bring your skills to help people sell their home or buy their first home, even their fourth or fifth home. You wrote the workbook and the book called Senior Housing Roadmap, Step-by-Step Guide for Choosing the Right Option for Your Family. Sherry, you have a long list of happy home sellers, home buyers, and real estate investment clients. Take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us some of the services that you offer your clients.
Hey, Joe, thank you for having me on today. And yes, I do have a long list, and it's fun. I've met some great people over the years. I've been doing this since 2000. So I work with home sellers that are looking to sell, relocate in town, out of town, or people that are buying their first home. And like you said, even those that are relocating here, and maybe it's corporate relocations, and they bought several homes. So we help them with that. And then we've helped several investors build their investment portfolios over the years. So that is kind of what we do in a nutshell. We love it. We do it in Tennessee and Mississippi. And even if our clients here need to relocate somewhere else, we help them find an agent that works for them in their new city.
How do we contact you, Sherry?
901-496-8193. Or you can check us out at harbur.com, Harbur.com.
All right. Now, Shelby Harbor of Harbor Realty, that's Harbur.com. Lots of our Shelby County, Tennessee homeowners are going through a bit of a shock.
Yes, they are.
At seeing their new Shelby County, Tennessee real estate property tax assessments. You have a gift for them.
I do, Joe. It's 2025, so every 4 years they do a reassessment. And this year I'm getting calls from my past clients that says, my assessment just came in and it is so high. I don't know what to do. My taxes are going to really go up. And so I have always offered to my clients a free comp analysis that they can take if they want to do an informal review with the assessment board. They can take that and use it. So I'm today on your show offering the same thing to our listeners.
You don't charge anything for that.
I'm not
That's
charging
amazing.
anything for it. It's not an appraisal, but it will give them the numbers they need to know. If they decide to go with a formal appraisal, at least they'll kind of have an idea of where they need to go
in that appeal,
if it's worth doing the appeal or not. So I'm offering that today to the first 10 that call in. They take a little while, so I can't do 1,000 of them. But for the first 10, I'm happy to. Or just send me a text. And during the show, I can't answer my phone, but 901-496-8193. Again, that's 901-496-8193, and I will need your address and a way to email it to you. And I'll get that out to you. They have until the end of May to submit that review, I believe, based on the website. But don't wait until the end of May to do that.
Exactly.
So we need to do that. But today, we are lucky enough to have someone in the studio that can give you a formal appraisal. So I want to introduce Tom King. He's an appraiser with Bill King Appraisal Company. And another perk that's coming with Tom is he's coming to speak more about this at the talk shop on May the 7th, is it? May 7th, he'll be there. So he can tell you more about that, or you can get in contact with any of us and we'll let you know about it. But I want to turn it over to Tom King to talk about appraisals now.
Well, the tax appraisal's been a big deal for a lot of people, and I've been getting a few calls about it too. But let me just tell you something about the overall impact of this market. Everyone's shocked that the tax appraisals went up, mainly because values have gone up. And let me give you an example. A $200,000 house 4 years ago, if it appreciates at 5%, is now at $243,000. Now, if that appreciation rate is 8%, it's $272,000. So values have gone up. And most of the time I talk to people and they say, I had no idea things have gone up that much.
Right.
So that's one of the things. To do a formal appeal, the informal appeal ends the end of May. You can do a formal appeal, and it starts May 1st to to the end of June.
So there's a little time.
Yes, there's a little time. You need to get a form, fill it out, have the sales, and do that. You can, if you're going to have a formal appraisal done, which I can do that, it has to be effective date of January 1, 2025. What that means is you need to use sales before that date, because that's the years that you're appealing. Most of the sales should be within a year. I think the assessor might go back 2 years.
Okay.
But it's best to use sales that go back 1 year and the most recent based on that date. Now, if you file a formal appeal, your appeal isn't going to be until like June, July, August, maybe even September. So if you get an appraisal before that time, your appraiser can come out during that time, but he needs to make that date effective 1/1/2025.
Well, you're on Real Estate Mortgage Shop. I'm Joe Garner, your host. I'm a mortgage loan originator. Connect with me at jogarner.com. We have Sherry Harbor, realtor with Harbor Realty, HARBUR.com. Sherry, what's your phone number? How can we call you?
901-496-8193.
And now we have our expert appraiser, Tom King, in the house with Bill King Appraisal Company. How do we contact you, Tom?
Give me a call at 901-487-6989.
We're going to come back with Tom and Sherry on the reappraisal. We'll see you guys back in just a moment.
600 WREC and 92.1 FM.
You're on Real Estate Mortgage Shop. I'm Joe Garner, your host. I'm a mortgage loan officer. Connect with me today at jogarner.com. I can help you get the right mortgage and make the process easy. Also in our studio, we have Sherry Harbor. She is a realtor and head of Harbor Realty. Also with us today, we have Tom King. He is our expert appraiser with Bill King Company. We're doing a segment here for you, our Shelby County, Tennessee listeners, on how to appeal your Shelby County, Tennessee real estate assessment for 2025. And Tom King and Sherry, well, Sherry's offering some free comparable sales to help you with that appeal for the first 10 callers today. And Sherry, how do we contact you today again?
901-496-8193.
Tom has talked to us about it's important that you use comps on or before January 1st, 2025, Tom?
That's right.
And you talked about the process, but let's continue going with that.
All right. One of the things that you might want to check is what the square footage the assessor has as to possible other sources of square footage. Like if you think your house has 3,100 square feet and the assessor says 3,600 square feet, the assessor is going to go with the value based on their square footage, which may not be right. So you need to check that real well. There are one thing that you do not tell the assessor, and although this is silly, but when you go before the board, please don't say, well, you can buy my house at that price. I'll be happy to sell it to you.
Oops.
They've heard that about 10 million times. You're not the first person to say that. So don't do that, please. Use sales within the same neighborhood. I mean, when I say neighborhood, Germantown is Germantown. Mm-hmm. East Memphis is East Memphis.
Right.
Widen your search out.
Right.
And do that. You could do the boundaries of Midtown and Whitehaven and Fraser, all those areas. But I see that people have a tendency to stay within a 2-block area of their house, and you can really widen your area there and try to find similar homes. And like if your home is appraised at $130 a square foot and you show sales that show homes that are at 110, 115, you probably have a pretty good case.
Yeah.
If it's the opposite, you may not.
They just want to stay silent.
That's right. That's
You're
right.
getting a good deal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I was extremely pleased with mine. I'm not going to appeal it.
Well, Tom, you do appraisals for this type of thing. You don't actually go to the appeal board, but you do the appraisals with the correct comparable dates. How do we contact you if we want to get an appraisal from you?
You give me a call at 901-487-6989.
Sherry Harbor's our realtor with Harbor Realty. What's that number again?
901-496-8193.
Loved hanging out with you guys, our listeners. Y'all rock. We appreciate you. And we look forward to talking with you again next Saturday.